Good day. Today, Friday, September 23, 2022. Russia-Ukraine. Moscow-held areas commence referendums. Voting has begun in Moscow-held areas of JAP Ukraine in referendums to grow to be phase of Russia. The effects are considered a foregone conclusion in want of annexation, and Ukraine and its allies have made clear they will now not apprehend the outcomes. Traffic into Finland throughout its southeastern border with Russia continues to be busy, the country's border protection said, following Vladimir Putin's name for partial troop mobilization before this week. The European Union stated its member states will want a joint function concerning Russians asking to enter after fleeing their country. Zelensky, the Russian Navy has crumbled in Ukraine. Russia's partial army mobilization highlights a cave-in of its military in Ukraine, President Volodymyr Zelensky said. Ukraine managed to alternate the path of the battle so that each occupier, even the most insufficient one, felt that we can win and are transferring toward victory, he stated in a statement. Russia's choice of mobilization is a frank admission that their everyday army, which has been organized for many years to take over an overseas country, did no longer stand up and crumbled. And now, due to mobilization, Russia's conflict with Ukraine for the majority of Russian residents is now not something on TV or on the internet, but something that has entered each and every Russian home. Estonian PM tells country to put together for blackouts if Russia switches off the electricity grid. Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas instructed her kingdom that strength blackouts are feasible if Russia kicks the Baltic states from the joint strength grid. 30 years after seceding from the then Soviet Union and 17 years on the grounds that becoming a member of the EU, Baltic states Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia nonetheless rely on Russia for secure electricity supplies. We should additionally be organized for Russia may disconnect Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania from their electrical energy grid, Kallas stated in a televised tackle on Thursday evening. It would be sensible to be organized for viable electricity outages that consists of public authorities, companies, and each individual, she added, describing any disruptions as temporary. The referendum is a sham. Residents of separatist-held areas in Ukraine, Svetlana and her daughter Karina, each former Kherson resident, left their houses and arrived in Zaporizhzhia hours earlier than the balloting on whether or not to grow to be a section of Russia began. They have been telling us that our place of origin is a section of Russia and that it used to be liberated from Ukraine, Svetlana said. About 70% of humans are jobless there. The meals are coming from Crimea and we have to pay in rubles. Alexei, who made it to Zaporizhzhia with his spouse and son, says the referendum is a sham and now is the time to select sides. There are humans who without a doubt consider that if Luhansk joins Russia, existence will end up higher and they will be happier, he said. I'm amazed due to the fact most of them labored for Ukrainian organizations and earned an exact living. Now they have nothing, however they are helping Russia. Finland says site visitors on the border with Russia stay busy. Traffic into Finland throughout its southeastern border with Russia continues to be busy, the country's border shield advised Reuters, including that the range of Russian residents getting into extra doubled on Thursday, in contrast with the week earlier, following President Vladimir Putin's order for a partial Navy mobilization. This morning it stays busy, maybe growing a little bit from yesterday, a spokesperson for the border shield said. The queue used to be the longest at the busy Valama crossing with automobiles lining up for about 500 meters, which used to be longer than on Thursday, the spokesperson said. Lines had been additionally longer than normal at the second biggest Nujma crossing. 4 Ukraine areas were put together to maintain referendums on becoming a member of Russia. Moscow-held areas of Ukraine started out balloting at 5 o'clock GMT on whether or not to end up section of Russia. The Kremlin orchestrated referendums in the Luhansk, Kherson, partly Russian-controlled Zaporizhzhia, and Donetsk areas have been extensively condemned with the aid of the West as illegitimate and a precursor to unlawful annexation. The vote is sure to go Moscow's way. That would provide Russia the pretext to declare that tries via Ukrainian forces to regain manipulation are assaults on Russia itself, dramatically escalating the 7-month-old conflict. Thanks for watching and subscribing to the channel.